Okay guys, let's keep working on this stone taking game called Nim. Just scroll down through the project I got so far. I got inside my main function, I got two variables: the starting amount of stones that are left in the game, and a variable called stones to take that I use to ask the user how many stones they're taking every time. This loop, let's hit enter there, and let's maybe tab all this in. This while loop happens as long as the stones remaining are greater than 0. Once the stones left is equal to 0, it ends the loop and the game is over. Okay, doesn't say who won or anything like that. Let's run the game real quick. So there's the entire while loop, and here's the last three closing brackets. But let's run it again and see what we got. Player one. We saw just a minute ago that we can each take one stone back and forth, and for the first few rounds you should take 2 or 3 stones to go faster. Once we get under 10 stones, we need to start caring about how many stones we're taking. And we'll just do it wrong here. Remember that right now they can choose to take 0 stones, and they could go to an impasse. They could take -10 stones and put them from their pocket back into the pile. They could also take 100 stones, and there would be -88 stones left when the game was over. Okay, so we got a lot of input, input validation to do on this, and we also need to say who wins. Okay, so remember, the loser is the one who took the last stone. So right here when we break, what else would we do there? They took some stones, and the stones left was less than 1, meaning 0 or less. Okay, we shouldn't just break, but that's a really good time to say that that person did not win. Okay, so I'm gonna, all my tabs are off, but if stones left less than 1, this is after who took stones, player 1. So I hope you can figure this out. I want you to try this on your own. You know, there's a handful of you that are just doing what's in the videos, and the worst thing you could do is fast forward to the end and type everything down. Well, the worst thing you could do is cheat, but the second worst thing is type everything down, and the next worst thing is to just follow what I do and do what I do. I mean, that's good, it's better, but it's not best. The best thing is to pause every once in a while and say, hey, what's he going to do next? How's he gonna say who the winner is? And player 1 took the last stone. Player 2 wins. Okay. And something's way off with my curly braces. I got 2 tabs down here. Oh, because my while loop, it should not have been tabbed in. Okay, there we go. There we go. The while loop is part of main, and then all that's tabbed in. Now everything should start auto-completing better. Okay. So we're going to copy this. You know, this works, or at least it should work. And if it does work, we want to copy it down here. And you're like, okay, Grammar, you didn't break down there, though. And I am now. So I can get rid of this condition, okay? Even though this was good, that the game continues while the stones left is greater than 0. We have 2 breaks down here, and we shouldn't need to check that condition anymore, okay? So there's only 2 ways to get out. Player 1 takes the last stone, or player 2 takes the last stone and player 1 wins. Okay, let's try this. And let's heck, player 1's going to take 10 stones, 3, and then player 1 takes 1, player 2 takes 1, player 2 took the last stone, player 1 wins. Okay, so all that work just to make sure we know who the winner is. Okay, I think we're pretty darn close. So let's get some input validation going. Okay, now you're going to be a little bit mad that we're going to have a while loop inside a while loop. Okay, but we're just going to try it and see how it works. Okay, so where does this person take a stone? Right there. Okay, and I know that I need to repeat that as long as they do it illegally. I don't want to actually minus the stones until I know that it's legal. Okay, so I'm gonna take this minus stones and put it outside, and I always carve my space. I know this is going to be a while loop. Let's go while true for now, because I know there's going to be a lot of different conditions where they shouldn't be allowed to take that amount of stones, okay? And we're probably going to repeat it. And I'm going to actually put a comment here. Layer 1, input validation loop. A while inside a while. No. Okay. So yeah, they're gonna figure out how many stones you want to take. And I'm just gonna go right now in pseudocode. If their stone amount was valid, then break. Okay. So again, it's just a little loop here, freezes them, it traps them in there as long as they're typing invalid input, and the only way out is if the amount of stones they took was valid. Okay. So let's do the first ones. If stones to take, I want you to pause this here. Please pause it and see if you know if the stones to take was what would we break. Okay. So the most obvious one isn't for the special cases like there's 2 stones left or 1 stone left or something like that. The most important one is the everyday that they can only take 1, 2, or 3 stones. Okay. So if stones to take, we could do this a long way and a short way. Equals 1, or remember you can't go equals 1 or 2 or 3. That's illegal in C#. Python lets you do it, and you don't know what's going on because it doesn't work. But remember, we need to say stones to take equals 1, or stones to take equals 3. Let's close my email. Or stones to take equals 3. Okay. In any of those situations, we should break. So let's try it. Run it. I'll take 0 stones. 0, 0, 5, 5, 1,000. And maybe we should say, if they didn't break, please take illegal amount of stones. Okay, so this line will only run if the break doesn't happen. I can already see that we're going to have a little issue. What if they try to take 3 stones and there's only 1 stone left? Okay, that's gonna be bad. So this lets them take the 3 stones, even if there's only 1 stone left. So we might need an if-else. Let's pause this and see if you can wrestle with it. Like, this works for most cases, but again, when we get to the end, they can't take 3 stones if there's just 1 stone left. Okay, I'm gonna pause. I'm not gonna pause because it'll probably wreck the video. But I am gonna stop the video. How long has this been going? 8 minutes.